Hello, my name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back here together again, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the third episode of Monsters at Work. And to be honest with you, I was kind of impressed with this episode, and I'll tell you in just a second, but be sure to tell me down below, what were your thoughts on episode 3 of Monsters at Work? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Are you right there in between? What are your thoughts on it? Also, did you watch the first 2 episodes last week, and what were your thoughts on it? With that said, let's get started. So really, this is another good addition to this series. The first 2 episodes, I thought episode 1 really did a good job of introducing us to this world, as so much has been going on at the end of Monsters Inc., where, like, the company is literally changing. Like, all of colleges, like Monsters University, that the college that Mike and Sully went to in the film Monsters University, that was a college of scaring, it's now a college of comedy, and like everything is changing because laughter is much more powerful than scream. And then in episode 2 kind of continues that, but there are some weird stuff. But this episode, I think, does actually the best job of doing stuff. But it is still a good episode. The first thing that I actually kind of liked is that there was just a lot of funny references to Monsters Inc. Like, they literally make a joke so they're talking about, because the room is damaged, they are talking about bringing the kid from the damaged door to come in, and Mike is not on board with this, because he reminds Sully about the time the thing that happened with Boo, Look Bay in the Ag Bay, and then the new Monsters Inc. comer says, "Is he speaking French?" And it's like, this is funny, like the most bizarre thing you would ever hear is he speaking French. Like, that's the most funniest thing I've ever heard. And so, like, as you see it, like, as they're babysitting this human child, like, you start to see them kind of like become this married couple in a sort of sense. That's just very funny. And it's like, it's so odd and peculiar that I never thought would be in a show like this. And then also, it also kind of explores more of this monster world, as it explores baseball in the monster world, which I never thought we would explore, but we do now, and most of it's kind of cheating, but it is a fun idea. And then when we're going to the Miffed team in the damage room, we get to explore a little bit with Tyree or something, the newcomer of Monsters Inc., the one that was disappointed that monsters aren't scaring. They're now looking for jokesters. And the new Monsters Inc. comer, as well as Val, we kind of developed a relationship together. And it's not the best development of a relationship, but for a friendship of this show, I think it works, and I think it's developing their friendship just a little bit. And once again, there's just some very funny stuff, especially when you get to the little end sequence, and then you have the scene where Mike sings the human child a song. Pretty fun. So I thought that this episode was pretty good, but now let's move on to the bad. Now, I don't really have any specific problems with the episode, but the way that they kind of developed the new Monsters Inc. character, as well as the Val character, I think, even though I said I did like it, it is kind of weird that the way they're developing it. But overall I do like it. There's also just this weird sense, like, I thought that that guy in the background of the baseball game, that big bully, like, they keep repeating like he was about to fight him, and then he just gets knocked out. Like, this scene just does not make meaningful. And honestly, I was looking at Sully and I was like, he's bigger than Mike. He could literally fight him. But no, he's not that type of guy. But that's really all they have the issues for. And also, there's also a predictable scene that because they take the baby out, they have to find some way to keep the parents occupied. And one of the monsters pretends to talk and speak to the parents, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's the baby's first words." And I'm like, okay, this is a little bit predictable. Okay, but overall, I really like this episode. It's not the best episode. When you kind of rewatch it, I mean, when you do watch it, it is gonna feel just a good episode. But it is a good episode. So that's my thoughts on episode 3 of Monsters at Work. Before I give my final score, be sure to comment down below what were your thoughts on Monsters at Work episode 3, The Damaged Door. Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate? Were you right there in between? Let's get some nice discussions going. And also tell me your thoughts on the past 2 episodes that came out last week. With that said, let's get on with my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores, and as well as my Monsters at Work review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6 and my TikTok name is MarvelFan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my back section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same name as my Instagram, Marvel_6_, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.